What's up, Salt Strong Nation? Joe Simons here. Happy hoodie holiday to you. Got my new hoodie in the mail. Just came in this weekend for all of you insiders that ordered your Salt Strong hoodies. Thank you so much for all of the support and the patience. I know a lot of you got yours right away, which is awesome, but there's a big chunk of you that are still waiting. They should be in the mail, in your mailbox any day. They've all been shipped out now, and there's a special gift for you, an amazing gift just for your patience. So thank you. I'm here in the lake. There's a nasty storm behind me, as you can see, and I've been doing a little lake fishing this weekend. I caught a massive tilapia, my biggest tilapia ever. Not that I've ever targeted tilapia, but caught it on a spinnerbait of all things. And this thing was, I mean, literally massive. That little picture here, that little paddle tail was 3 inches, so you can just get an idea of how big and thick this tilapia was. But I digress. Let's talk about the tournament first. Speaking of awesome fish picks, the Insider Fishing Tournament for the month of June ended. We had an awesome one, and the winner is Brett Cox. Awesome snook pick, dude. PJ Jensen, second place. You got some stuff coming your way. Brett Cox, by the way, got that Daiwa Fuego spinning reel. And then Austin Campbell in third place. You've got a whole box of lures coming your way completely for free. And then on Monday, tomorrow, we will do a raffle where we actually pick the winner of that TFO rod. Once again, anyone who submits just one single fishing report gets automatically entered in there. So let's talk about the actual fishing tips from last week. First and foremost, how to get a fish to strike your lure when you can see them. C.A. Richardson breaks it down. Awesome video. Peter Miller came up with the perfect rig for permit. If you're into permit fishing, this is an awesome video, must watch for you. And then Captain Peter Deeks, how to freeline and float your shrimp like a pro. For all you live bait guys, this is a really great tip from Peter Deeks. And Tony came in with how to choose your first fly rod. We're hearing a lot of interest in fly fishing from you, and know that CA is already working on some stuff. We have a couple other things we have in mind. And but we want to have at least one tip out there on just kind of the mistakes that a lot of people make when they're going to buy their first fly rod. So check that one out. And then also night fishing in the inlets with bucktail jigs. Tony went out and he's never really done much of that and did really well. Got a nice thick snook there on his first night out doing night fishing, an inlet with bucktail jigs. And then how to fish docks for redfish and snook. That was with Luke and I, and it was 3 tips to maximize your strikes. And then also you'll learn a lot from yours truly here, who needs to go take that casting course again. You can even see where I made some big mistakes. You could see the whole camera wobbling when I was making some really hard casts, trying to skip my lure way up in the dock. So learning lesson there from me, from yours truly. And it's always good when I can be the bad guy and someone you can learn from. Now on the public side of things, the top 3 grouper fishing mistakes with Captain Dylan Hubbard. Please check out that video. There is no opt-in or anything. It's there publicly now. And there is your ability to opt in to get the actual course after that. But check that out. If you're into grouper fishing, if you want to go get more grouper this year, if you want to become more consistent and just have more fun while you're grouper fishing this year, please check that out. It's all of their tips, all of the biggest really mistakes that they've seen over their 90 years of grouper fishing there at Hubbard's Marina. Awesome video. Luke has the how to tie the crazy Alberto knot, a popular knot that's been getting a lot of attention. And then Dylan has another tip on how to vent bottom fish like snapper and grouper. That was a great video there, and super important because we just interviewed one of the leading experts in the country on conservation, in particular fish handling. And he said after all of the studies they've done that if you do bring up a snapper or a grouper and 100 feet or more, it pretty much has like 100% chance of dying. It is not going to make it unless you vent it or bring it down properly. So definitely check that out if you plan on doing any bottom fishing this year. And then we had a Spool Tech review, a very popular lure, very expensive lure. That lure has caught some massive fish, in particular snook and tarpon. So Tony went out and did a really cool review on the Spool Tech. Now on the Fish Strong podcast side of things, we had a really cool interview with Bree Andrassi. She is a sup fisherman that means stand-up paddleboard for you lay people out there. And she did a really, really good job of breaking down how she got into it, what board she recommends if you're looking to get into this now, and just how she goes out there and maximizes her time while sup fishing, which is a little bit different than kayak fishing if you've ever done it. And thank you all so much for all the kind words and all the subscribers and all the great comments on that Fish Strong podcast. If you haven't checked it out, it's such a great thing to listen to when you're on the road. Anytime I'm traveling, I've got my phone tied into my car and it's playing podcasts pretty much nonstop. Also, when I work out, that is a great time to listen to podcasts. It's I don't know. I can't imagine doing anything else now that I know about podcasts. So please go check that out. It's called the Fish Strong Podcast with Luke and myself. Finally, happy 4th of July. This is a great week for the summertime. Please enjoy it. Please be safe out there. Please go catch some fish. That's it. We got some big news for insiders coming up in the month of July here, so stay tuned. All I can say is we listen to your surveys, and we will have some really cool things, in particular on fishing reports all the way from Texas past North Carolina every single week with some other new experts coming on. It is really, really going to be cool. So stay tuned. We'll have some official news and probably bring C.A. Richardson on board with us to announce it. So that is it. Thank you so much for all the support. If you haven't joined the Insider Fishing Club yet, please do it. If you're interested in catching more fish, and I think just as important, being around like-minded people where you can get answers quick in our private community where there's no cussing. You literally cannot cuss. There's no negativity. So you're around like-minded people who are positive, who get you, and just super helpful. Everyone's helping each other catch more fish in less time. So if you want that, please do apply. And all you have to do is click down below. You'll see the link for that. But otherwise, check out all the videos. Can't wait to hear what you think of them. And as always, leave comments, shoot us messages. We can't do this without you. You guys rock. And we really do want to hear from you for any tips, any ways that we can improve, etc. You guys probably heard that. It's getting closer and closer, so I'm out of here. I'm going inside.